Hello everyone, I am Ramesh KS. In this session, we will learn selection constructs. So it is also known as conditional construct. This construct helps the programmer to take appropriate decision. The decision or selection is normally expressed as a condition. So there are the five kinds of selection constructs are there: simple if else, if, nested if, and multiple selection statement. So let us concentrate on this simple if statement. Okay. Let us concentrate on simple if statement. So what do you mean by simple if? This structure helps to decide the decision of a particular statement or set of statements based on a condition. The statement is also called as a one-way branch. Let us take one example. I am taking one example. So here what they are taking, here condition they are taking, test condition. This structure helps to decide the execution of a particular statement. This is a particular statement. This is another statement. Statement or statements. Particular statement or set of statement based on a condition. So this is the condition. This is the condition. Okay. So based on this condition, these statements will be executed. So in this you can understand here, if this test condition is true, let us say this test condition is true, it is true, this condition is true. It is true. So once if it is true, this statement 1 will be executed. So simple if means the structure helps to decide the execution of a particular statement. This is the execution of a particular statement will be decided based upon this condition. If it is condition is true, the statement will be executed. If not, the statement 2 will be executed. That is the importance of simple. So let us move on. You can understand it. See, the test condition is true, statement 1 will be executed. The test condition is false, statement 2 is executed. Okay na? So that is the explanation what I have given here in the sentence. First, the test condition is tested. If the test condition is true, this is true, the statement 1 will be executed. Otherwise, statement 2 will be executed. We can say true. If it is true, this one. If it is false, statement 2. So one consider one example. Amount. I am taking amount. In this example, I am taking amount. Suppose let us take, I am taking amount. Amount is 10,000. Amount is 10,000. So this is 10,000. 10,000 greater than or equal to 5,000. It is true, right? So if it is true, it is true. So what happens if it is true? So if it is true, the statement 1 will be executed. This is the statement 1. This will be executed. So amount is what? 10,000 into 10 by 100. Amount is 10,000. Amount is 10,000. We can say 10,000 here. I mistake. I have given wrong number here. You can take another 0 here. You can include another 0 here. 10,000. I am taking 10,000. Okay. So 10,000 here substituted. 10,000 asterisk symbol indicates as a multiplication operator here. Asterisk means multiplication. 10,000 into 10 by 100. 10 by 100. 10 by 100. So here this 0 and this 0 will be cancelled, this 0 cancelled. Okay, 100 into 10, how much? 1000. So the discount will be 1000. So those who will purchase more than 5000 value, the amount which is exceeds 5000, the discount will be applied. So for the 10,000, how much the discount? 1000 will be the discount. 1000 will be the discount. Okay, now. So if the amount is more than 5000, so let us take, if there is no amount, so it is exceeds the 5000, right? So discount will be substituted here. So amount is 10,000 minus 1000, 9000. Net amount will be 9000. So along with this statement also will execute if this is true. So if it is true, this statement executed first, again further it will be executed. If statement is false, it won't execute statement 1, statement 2 executed. Let us take, I am taking another example. I am taking 4000. Now tell me, 4000 is greater than 5000, which is false, right? This is false statement. Why? 4000 is less than 5000, that's why it is false. 4000 greater than, right? It is false statement. This is a false statement, means false. So once if it is false, the statement will not execute. What happens? Statement 2, this statement will be executed. This statement will be executed. So now what is the amount? Amount is 4000. What is the discount? Discount you can assign here 0. Earlier it was 0. I am assigning here discount 0. Discount is equal to 0. So earlier discount is 0, right? It is not, discount is not changed. The whatever we have sent, the discount value 0 will be substituted here. Amount 4000 minus 0. There is no discount. Those who are purchased below 5000, so net amount will be 4000 only. That means statement 2 will be executed. So now all of you understood the importance of if statement, simple if statement. Okay. So we are moving on if else statement. The statement is used to decide whether a set of statements should be executed or another set of statements should be executed. See, these are the set of statements. This is another set of statements. When this set of statements will be executed, when this condition is true, this statement will be executed. When this condition is false, this statement will be executed. That is the importance of if else statement. So I am taking, this is the syntax. If the test condition is true, statement 1 will be executed. If the test condition is false, it will jump into else block and it will execute statement 2. Okay. So consider this example. You can understand very easily. So if amount is 5000, this statement will be executed. If the amount is less than 5000, this else will be executed. Okay, now. So consider one example. You all of you know that how you can do this. So let us take, I am taking 10,000. So 10,000 greater than or equal to 5,000. This statement is true. Yes, it is a statement is true. So once if it is true, which statement will be executed? This statement will be executed. So if this is statement executed, so we will get the discount 1000 rupees. So once after executing, what happens? It won't go to else block. It will directly, it will come out from this if block. Directly jump from this if condition, come outside. Okay, now. So that is the importance of if else. Suppose let us take, I am taking here, I am not taking 10,000 I am taking. This will not execute. This statement will not execute. What happens? It will move to the else block and it will execute this one. So that means those who are purchased less than 5000, the discount will be 5%. This is 10%, this is 5%. The 5% will be applicable. So this will be executed. This is another example, even or odd. Even or odd is, you can say very easily. So if the even number, I am taking 4 percentile 2. All of you know that percentile importance, earlier class we discussed it. 4 percentile 2 means 2 into 2, 4. So that means the remainder will be 0. The percentile symbol which is used to retrieve the remainder value. The remainder value 0 is matched with this 0. It becomes true. Once if it is true, it prints this statement, statement 1. So it is even. That means n is even. N is means 4 is even. I am taking n value as 4. If I am taking n value as 3, the remainder is not 0. That means it becomes false. Once if it is false, what happens? It will move the else. It will print this statement. This statement. So it is odd. So what did you observe in this? What did you observe in this? So the statement is used to decide whether the set of statement is executed or another set of statement is executed. If the test condition is true, this statement will be executed. If the test condition is false, this statement will be executed. That is the explanation of this. This is a syntax. This is a flowchart. This is the example. So we have to write these three. So third one is, this is what if else if statement. The structure helps the programmer to decide the execution of a statement from multiple statements based on a condition. So this is based on a condition, multiple statement will be executed. This statement, this will be executed. If this condition is executed, this statement will be executed. Else this statement, else this statement. If this condition is true, this statement. If none of this statement, none of the condition is executed, finally this else block will be executed, default statement will be executed. That is the importance of if else if statement. Let us move on. So this is one. If this condition true, statement 1 will be executed. If the condition is false, again it will check the condition 2. If the condition is true, statement 2 executed. Again the condition becomes false, again it will check another condition, nth condition. If the nth condition is true, nth statement will be executed. If the nth condition is false, default statement will be executed. So this is the best example for this if else if statement. So you can observe the statements. Condition 1 is tested. If it is true, the statement 1 will be executed. Whatever explained in this, that it will be captured here. So this is an example you can very easily understand. See, those who are those who will get more than 85% will get the distinction. Those, suppose I am taking 55 greater than or equal to 85, which becomes false, so it will move to this block, else if block. Again it will check the condition, it becomes false, it will move to else, so it will be satisfied the second class. 55 means second class, correct? So distinction means 85. 86 I am taking, 86 greater than or equal to 85, which becomes true, it prints distinction. So that is the importance of if else if statement. So this is a nested if statement. Nested if statement, it is possible to write an if statement within another if statement. Such statement is called nested if statement. See, you can observe in this. We can observe in this. It is possible to write if statement within another if statement. This is if statement. See, this is if statement. This if statement, another if statement I have written, right? So that is what nested if statement. So if this condition is true, let us take this condition is true. I am taking this condition is true. So once if condition is true, what happens? It will come to this if. Again it will test the condition. If it is true, statement 1 executed. If this condition becomes false, statement 2 will be executed. If the test condition becomes false, what happens? It will move to else block. It will test again the test condition 3. If the test condition 3 is true, statement 3 will be executed. Test condition 3 is false, statement 4 will be executed. Here is the flowchart, you can understand very easily. So if the condition is true, condition 2 will be executed. Condition is false, condition 3 will be executed. Again condition 3 checks. If it is true, statement 3. If it is false, statement 4. Again condition 1 is true, condition 2 it will be checked. Again condition 2, if it is true, statement 1 will be executed. Condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. Here is the example, practical example, you can understand it. So this is the greatest of three numbers, a comma b comma and c. So let us take, I am taking one example, 2 3 5. So in these three elements, this is a, you can consider it as a. I am taking it is a. this is B, this is C. Okay na, I am taking A, I am taking this is as B, this is C. Okay na. So now A greater than B, 2 greater than 3, 2 greater than 3 what? False, false. Once if it is false, what happened? It will directly jump into this else. So else, once after else what happens? It will check another this condition. B greater than C, B greater than C na, B 3 greater than 5, which becomes false. Once if it is false, what? This condition will not be executed. So what happens? It will jump into else. Again it will execute this statement. So among these three, which is the biggest number? 5. So whatever we are expected, that value we are giving through this, right, this example. So this is what to find the greatest of the numbers A, B, C with the help of nested if statement. Okay. So the last one is multiple selection construct or switch statement. So switch statement, what switch statement will do? Switch statement means if there are more than 2 alternatives to be selected, multiple selection constructor is used. Suppose if the case 1 will be executed, the statement 1. If the case 2 will be executed, label 2 executed, statement 2 will be executed, it will break and will come out from this switch. That is the importance of it. Okay, now this is syntax. This is the general syntax for switch expression. Here expression we are writing like A greater than B or any expression you can write. Here the label 1 A single quotes A, also we can write it. Here statements is whatever the statements we are require, that request statement will be written. So here the expression, if it is true, what happens? It will come to here. This label it will check. If the label matches with this expression, the statement 1 will be executed. If the label match with this expression, statement 2 will be executed. If none of these statements executed, the default statement will be executed. So let us see the practical example, so you can understand very easily this example. So here day number I am giving 1. Let us take I am giving 1. So what happens whenever if I give 1? So this 1 will be substituted here. This 1 will be come to here. The 1 is identified. So what it will print? Sunday it will print. So once after Sunday printing, what happened? With the help of break statement, it will come out from this switch. That is the importance of it. So let us take, I am taking 3. So 3 I am inputted, day number. So 3 will be executed. What happens? It will check here. It will not execute. Again it will check here. It will not execute. It will, what happens? It will go to here. 3, it will be executed. It print Tuesday. Once after printing this, it will come to this line, break. Break means it will come out from this switch. So that is the importance of switch statement. So next class we are discussing iterative constructs or looping. Thank you one and all.